Hey guys, so it's been an interesting week. This is week 12 with the 770G. I'm saying it's interesting because for those of you who followed along, I think it was week 10. I am making some lifestyle changes. So in those lifestyle changes, it's been a fun week. I started on Tuesday the 9th. I got my rower in, and then on the 10th, I had it put together and kind of started using it. I haven't used the rower as much as I'd like. I've been doing some other outside activities to keep my exercise and stuff up. I have met my move goal or been within 100. It's set at 900 calories a day, so it's pretty high on my Apple Watch, I think. So I have met that almost every day, and I've been averaging at least 8,000 steps a day in kind of moving. I think every day this week but one, I was almost at the 30 minutes of my exercise goal. One day I think I was at 29. One day I had 9 because I necessarily didn't do any cardio stuff to get my heart rate up, but I did do a lot of movement that day. That day had 10,000 steps and a lot of like yard work stuff. So how's the 770G handling my dramatic change in lifestyle? My carb usage per day has been significantly lower by almost 100 grams of carbs from what I've been doing. I ran a report in CareLink and comparing, this is a 14-day look back from March 1st through the 14th, and it's also comparing a 14-day look back of February 15th through the 28th. So it's a month look back, and we're comparing 2-week periods. So the most recent 14 days, let me look at it. Where's it at? I've dropped about 50 to 100 grams of carbs depending on the day. So the end of February, I would use 285 plus or minus 78 grams of carbs. So that could be the low 200s, or it could be into the low to mid 300s. That was there. And then my average has dropped to 244 plus or minus 82 grams of carbs. I will also explain you guys the report for the past 5 days, so just bear with me. So the end of February, I was using 197 units of insulin a day. That's about 100 units in auto mode and about 89 units in boluses. So in the most recent 2 weeks, that's dropped down to 166 units of insulin, about 74 in boluses and 92 in auto mode. My average sugar is 142 plus or minus 37 in the most current 2 weeks, and then the end of February was 152 plus or minus 44. So my sugars have gotten a little better. My time in range has went from 85%, sorry, I have to look around the camera to the computer monitor, has went from 85% to 93% in the green, and the 200 to 250 range went from 13% to 6%, and then 250 up went from 2 to 1. Very rarely do I get over 250. It might just be 250, 260, and then it's just for a brief period of time, and it typically is the peak of a high carb meal. So that's why that's up there. So I definitely have noticed a change. Now, I did run a report for the past 5 or so days, so that's been of me on this change. And within the past 5 days, my total daily dose of insulin per day has dropped to 139 units, 57 units being me eating and 82 units being auto mode. My carbs entered a day is 186 plus or minus 52. I was just doing my little clips for the past couple days, and one day I had 203 grams of carbs, and then yesterday I only had 115. So I'm trying to keep it under 200 grams of carbs a day. I would like closer to 150, but I'm taking little steps to slowly reduce that. I do have some sweets in the house, and occasionally I do eat those, but I'm not trying to give them up fully or do anything dramatic. I'm trying to lower my daily carb intake down and keep my exercise up. In doing that, I do believe I could lose the weight that I want to lose and not do any dramatic lifestyle changes, just minor adjustments, and over a period of time, it'll become a new normal for me, and I will be within the goals that I want. So how has the 770G handled it? I think it's been amazing. It has quickly adapted my auto basal and auto mode. I am not experiencing lows, because you got to think, if I'm used to using closer to 200 units of insulin a day and now we've dropped that, I could have the experience of lows. I'm not. Today is a good example. I ate my breakfast, and after breakfast, my sugar was right around 200. I bolused for an amount that I felt was fair. I had a breakfast bowl that had 15 grams of carbs in it and 2 tortillas, each 30 grams of carbs apiece. So I programmed for, I think I programmed for 69 grams of carbs, because I knew I was going to do something that involved some exercise or walking, and it would be a little while. So I programmed, and my sugar hung out around the 200 mark for a while, and then about the time auto mode kicked in, it corrected, and my sugar dropped from 170 down below 100 within, I would say, less than 30 or 40 minutes. And then auto mode did what it was supposed to, and then my lowest point on my sugar, let me look, was, hang on, I'm clicking back. It looks like 79. So at about an hour ago, I was at 79, and then now it has come back up, and let me get back up to my current. Now I'm at 107, so just to show that I'm not crazy. So auto mode has done great. I really think that the performance processing capabilities of the 770G is so much better than the 670 that even with me doing this change, I have been tweaking my diet for a couple weeks now, trying to prepare myself, but the tossing in of all this exercise has been an improvement. So I am definitely impressed with the 770G. I'm not getting alarms in the middle of the night asking me to, wake up and check my sugar. I did my sensor did fall off. I typically have it on my arms. I put it on my upper thigh. It's a 50-50 chance. Most of the time it's good, but with the extra activity and sweat and stuff like that, I had noticed I was probably going to lose it, and then I lost it. So I did change that, and for those of you who want to know, I am calibrating, and it is giving me only 3-hour calibrations, which I know that sucks on day one. My sensor started before I went to bed, so I kind of experimented to see what I could do. I did 3 calibrations in over an hour time span, and it got me up to a 6-hour. The second one got me from 3 to a 6. Then I tried the third one to see if I could go from 6 hours to 12, and it didn't really work. I was like, okay, there's a good likelihood that I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night anyway and have to go to the bathroom, so hopefully that happens before my calibration is due. And it did. And I noticed that the time had already changed, so I went ahead and updated the time on my pump and did the calibration, and then that got me to my 12-hour. I think it got me to it did another 6-hour, and when I woke up, it was time for another calibration. So I went ahead and got ready and then calibrated, and back in auto mode, everything is dandy. So I'm going to continue to kind of experiment when I do sensor changes and see if I can figure out how to make those calibrations, get to 12 faster. But for the time being, if you want to, you can do that. I do my original calibration when it starts, and then it asks for BG required for auto mode. I wait about 10 minutes, put in whatever the sensor is, that gets me into auto mode, and then you can calibrate again, I would say in about 30 minutes, and that'll get you from that should get you from that 3-hour calibration to a 6-hour calibration, and then give it some time, whatever's more convenient for you. it could be 2 or 3 hours, calibrate again. It's most likely going to be another 6-hour calibration. So let's say, for an example, we put our sensor on in the morning, we get up, we get the sensor started, we calibrate. Now it's like, instead of 8 o'clock in the morning, it's probably 10. Calibrate again. That should get us to the end of the day, most likely, and you calibrate before bed. You should have that 12-hour calibration. If you try this, let me know how it works for you. I don't mind necessarily waking up and calibrating my pump as long as it's not giving me the 500 alarms of check your sugar or whatever, stupid crap that we have to deal with it. But so far, that's my only complaint with the 770G, is that I'm not getting those 12-hour calibrations faster. So I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. That subscriber number topped my goal for the month. By the end of the month, I wanted to be at 150, and I think I'm at 155 now. So after last week's video, we went over the 150 mark. I love to see that number grow. That also helps these videos get higher on the search thing with YouTube and Google. I do kind of look at my analytics to see where everybody's coming from and the age group that my videos are targeting and people are watching. It's kind of interesting. I would like to kind of see that broaden into a better horizon, but for the time being, I'm enjoying what I've got. So please like, subscribe, comment. If you have any personal questions, go to my Facebook page, Justin the Diabetic, and you can private message me there, and I will respond as soon as possible. So I hope you guys have a great week. I am going to try to post these weekly update videos on Fridays and my exercise videos on Mondays, starting hopefully this week. So I'm going to post 2 videos hopefully this afternoon, and then this next weekly update video should be there for you guys on Friday, and then my next exercise update should hit on Monday. I know life stuff happens, so you guys be patient with me, but I'm going to try to get those to y'all Friday afternoons and Monday afternoons. So you guys have a good week, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.